Good morning, wrestling fans. Today is August 14th, 2023. Lance Brock here. Hope everyone is having a good Monday morning so far. And on today's episode, real quick, I just want to start off by talking. Since we have WWE Monday Night Raw tonight, what the world title picture will be like now, which looks like will be Shinsuke Nakamura challenging the World Heavyweight Champion Seth freaking Rollins for that title. The way last week's Raw ended, and I just want to say first, I am definitely a fan of it, big fan of Shinsuke Nakamura, have been for a long time, but I have to admit, as of late, they are going to have to really heat him up a little bit, really give them a boost if they're going to want to put them in the main event picture and have them challenge Rollins for the World Heavyweight title. But I think I hope so, that they can do that and make Nakamura seem like a worthy challenger and someone who could actually possibly win the title. And I think these two, Nakamura and Rollins, though, could definitely have a fantastic main event, which I'm guessing probably will be the Payback main event on the Raw side for the world title. And I think if they do go in that direction, I think that could be a really good match. But the question is, do I see Nakamura defeating Rollins for the title at Payback? Well, I have to say I'd like to, but like I always talk about here on the podcast, is that what you would like to see and what you think will happen are two different things. I would like to see Nakamura get a hold of the World Heavyweight Championship, but do I actually think that Shinsuke Nakamura will be defeating Seth Rollins for the world title? And I'd have to say probably not. I think right now they're giving Rollins a pretty lengthy run as the world champion, making him a strong champion. So I definitely wouldn't be surprised if they do let him have a long run and look really good as a strong world heavyweight champion. And also another thing I want to talk about real quick this morning is last Friday night we saw what happened with the Bloodline. Jey Uso looked like him and his brother Jimmy were gonna bury the hatchet, whichever you want to call it. But then he super kicked him, leaving him laying in the aisle. And then after, he said he's out of the Bloodline, out of SmackDown, out of WWE. So they're doing this angle now where Jey Uso has supposedly quit WWE. I don't know quite where they're going with this, but I would say if last Friday night you have Jey Uso when he left through the crowd, just say, "I'm out of the Bloodline and SmackDown," which could set up him showing up on Raw a Monday night, or possibly even in NXT, if they really want to try to get NXT's ratings up. Maybe pop a really big rating for a week, have Jey Uso appear. But he didn't just say he's out of SmackDown. He said he's out of WWE. So after he said that, it wouldn't really make a whole lot of sense to see him still in WWE. Just show up on a different brand on a different night. But who knows? I was just listening, before I left, I was just listening to the McGuire on Wrestling podcast with Mike McGuire, and he was talking to Dave Meltzer, and Dave Meltzer was saying possibly could have him, or actually it might have been Mike McGuire who said it. I take that back. There was the possibility of him coming back with a mask, and this masked man comes back and starts attacking the Bloodline, which I really don't think that would work. Don't think that would be a good idea to do. Kind of like the Black Scorpion back in the WCW days. And also, even if you remember, maybe one of the most recent ones with John Cena and the Nexus, where John Cena was supposedly fired, and I don't remember if they actually did this on TV, but in a way to get Cena on the house shows, they had him wear a mask, and he was supposed to be a luchador. Maybe, I think they might have said John Cena's Mexican cousin, Juan Cena. So they had that. But I know that, like I said, that wasn't actually like a main event angle that was on TV. They just did that at the house shows. So Cena could be there. Obviously, Cena was a big draw for the house shows at the time. But now, 2023, I don't know what they're going to do with Jey Uso. But I do think it could be good, possibly. Let's just hope so, anyway. And that is all for this Monday morning's episode of 360 Good Morning Wrestling Fans. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in today. And remember, if you have any questions, comments, or you can leave your feedback on, I don't know, anything WWE, AEW, New Japan, the recent G1 finals with Naito winning, or any pro wrestling from all over the world, in the comment section right here in Spreaker or YouTube or whichever podcast app you listen to on. I hope tonight to have a new episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic available, discussing tonight's WWE Monday Night Raw. Once again, thank you, everyone, for tuning in, and I will talk to you tomorrow morning for GMWF. But until then, have a great pro wrestling day.